our third hour if we can get the guys back. Gentlemen, can we please do a dabbing turkey together? Last hour. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Count us in.
All right. The last.
Boom.
Oh, I saw. Nate's like, kind of. Nate's like, I'll kind of do it. I'll just a little bit. Time for the lead block and the Roto
Lead block.
Thursday. We're going to make it a family affair, a big one. We've got Jane Slater down in Texas. Stacey Dales is in Detroit, two of the best reporters we have on NFL Network. Let's go, ladies. Jane, let's start with you. What is the vibe down there ahead of this big game, a battle for the NFC East?
Well, good morning to you guys, and good morning to Sweet Maya. Her Kansas City Chiefs faring a lot better than the Dallas Cowboys this year. You know, Ezekiel Elliott talked about the fact that he can't remember the last time they had a win. You'd have to go back to Week 5 here at AT&T Stadium, the win over the Giants. This same game, they lost their quarterback, Dak Prescott. That injury had a significant impact on the season, as will the loss of Marcus Paul, their strength and conditioning coordinator. At 54, he passed away this week. That was announced on Wednesday after collapsing in the weight room on Tuesday. Now, it was Ron Rivera, Washington football team's coach, that told me this has been a tumultuous year, but he's reminded his team that it's an opportunity in front of them, and that's what the Cowboys see. At 7-8-1, Rivera said in 2014, his Carolina team got into the playoffs. This will likely come down to these two unlikely veteran quarterbacks, Andy Dalton and, of course, Alex Smith, but Dalton's going to have to deal with that pass rush. 32 sacks this season, so that's a natural segue for you guys. Who's going to carve it up today? Is it going to be Alex Smith or Andy Dalton?
Oh.
Round one fight, guys.
Listen, I'm jumping right in. And as much as I can appreciate what Alex Smith has done, I just feel like there's a certain rhythm that Andy Dalton has with his offense. Last week, we saw a little bit of it. Now, the numbers might not jump off when it comes to production and passing, over 200 yards, but the 3 touchdowns, just 1 interception, that shows him right there. They're just getting cooking. I mean, Andy Dalton had about 10 or so guys that he was targeting. I mean, that's tough to stop when you have that much variety within your offense. And that man right there, CeeDee Lamb, he's going to have himself a day. I guarantee it.
What world are we in that it's 2020 and I'm staring at Andy Dalton and Alex Smith's face next to a Washington football team logo and a Cowboys logo?
Right.
This is just bizarre to me. I've known these two quarterbacks for more than 10 years each. Dalton, a great story. Alex Smith, an even better story. And yet, we're talking about actual football here. I think Andy Dalton's going to have a day today. I really do. I felt like coming out of the injury, coming out of the coronavirus, and now coming out on a national stage and beating the Vikings, Dalton's kind of got his bearings here, and this team is going to be playing a little better. They showed it last week on the road. I think they're going to do it again today. Andy Dalton, and I would circle CeeDee Lamb, who he seemed to have great chemistry with last week. I think we're going to get a lot of CeeDee Lamb today on a national stage, just like we got Randy Moss in his rookie season on that national stage on Thanksgiving.
There might be some household serving lamb today, past the mint jelly. Look, Alex Smith has gone from terrible story with the injury to incredible story with the comeback, and that was it. The fact that he was back on a team, out there, even on the field, great, it's over, make the movie. I don't think so. I think this movie is still going on. I think Alex Smith, a week from now, maybe tomorrow, is going to be the best quarterback in the NFC East. I really do. Carson Wentz, it's a mess right now.
Wow.
Daniel Jones, work in progress. Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton. I think Alex Smith is the only proven winner I see in this entire division, and I think he's going to show it. I think he's going to be the best quarterback in the NFC East. Imagine this story for Alex Smith ends with him starting in a home playoff game. Guys, it's trending that way.
That would be amazing. Shrakes, to your point, it's a bizarre matchup. These two have met twice in their careers. Andy Dalton with the Bengals, beating the Chiefs back in 2015. Alex Smith then the quarterback there. Alex Smith and the Niners, get that, beat Dalton and his Bengals back in Dalton's rookie year in 2011. So they're 1-1. Let's see who gets the best of who today. Let's bring in Stacey Dale. She's at Ford Field. Stacey, what's going on in Detroit? Hours ahead of kickoff. It's pretty soon.
The operative word for today, as ironic as it may sound, is hungry. Both of these teams coming in are hungry. The 3-7 Houston Texans have won 2 of 3 since their bye. Deshaun Watson said this week the energy's been different. They want to keep that going with a win that would feed that hunger. And then for the Detroit Lions, they failed to score a point and register a point this past weekend against the Panthers. They are hungry to get back on the field and get some points and hopefully get a win. And so when I think about the word hunger, you guys, it is Thanksgiving, right? So I thought it's Throwdown Thursday.
Right.
Why not share with you guys and the people at home? They have wonderful flavors going through their homes, putting together their meals. So I thought I'd show you what my Thanksgiving Day meal is. Number one, we've got the golden turkey.
All right.
Okay, it's gotta be done.
Right.
That's the first thing on the plate. Number two, you got to have a little mash with the potatoes, right?
Right.
Gravy, okay.
Second round
gravy is a little heavy-handed at first, so I'm going back for some more mashed potatoes, okay, without the gravy, because I got to watch those calories, because there's more to come.
Okay.
You can't have Thanksgiving without stuffing, y'all. I mean, especially Heather Dale's stuffing. That would be my mom, although I've taken over her recipe.
Shout out to Heather.
Broccoli and cheese sauce. Broccoli and cheese sauce, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. This is the staple. If you don't have this, because this kind of melds everything together on the plate, I like to eat it all together. Okay. Pecan pie just destroys the night, right? I mean, you put a little whipped cream.
100%.
A little bit of ice cream on that. And Kay, girl, I know you're going to love this one. Okay.
Yes.
Need I say more? Okay, so you guys saw my plate. Lots of that. You guys saw my plate, right? So I want to know from y'all, because it's Throwdown Thursday, what is more egregious? Green beans on the plate, okay, green beans, or cranberry sauce? Go ahead.
More controversial. And cheers to you and Heather.
What do you got?
Peter, what you got?
I'll jump in first. First of all, unbelievable. Shout out to Stacey Dales, her producer Laura. Like, to print out with a printer paper and to bring that to the stadium. She's Googling mashed potatoes with gravy, mashed potatoes without gravy, colored printer. Laura, Stacey, whoever is in charge of that, fantastic work on the back end and wonderful presentation. I have no feeling for these green beans. I don't think I've ever seen. My grandma Millie made a fantastic cranberry sauce. I didn't even know that was controversial. I thought that was a fixture. Cranberry sauce, you pass on the recipe. That's all it is. Green beans, what are we talking? Canned goods? I mean, what are we doing here? No, we're doing green beans.
Green beans, what they're doing is they're occupying valuable real estate on the plate. They could go to something far, far more delicious. However, if you hit those things enough with enough those little curly onion deals on top, that works.
Yeah.
However, the answer to the question is the most controversial is by far the cranberry sauce. There is a whole canned cranberry with ridges around it nation on Twitter who swears by it. They slice that sucker into hockey pucks and they love it. I go with the OG, the fancy cranberries with the cinnamon in there and all the seasonings. So I like cranberries a lot, but I think it's resoundingly. Look, they got orange peels on top. Now they're just stunting on us, Nate.
Stunting on us. And shout out to Stacey Dales, drafted the turkey first round and then drafted the mashed potatoes twice in the second round. I respect that, Stacey. For me, I feel you on the green beans. Like, the green beans is one of those things you can have year round. And listen, my wife makes some mean green beans. I'm talking about she sauteed them up, put a little garlic, a little salt and pepper, onions in there. They're delicious, but they're year round though. Cranberry sauce only comes around once a year. So, man, let's shout out to cranberry sauce. Before that dude was drinking cranberry juice, skating down the road, having a good time, living carefree, people been eating cranberry sauce off the plate at Thanksgiving. So I'm going with the OG, like KB said, cranberry. Peter, I need to try grandmother's cranberry.
Giving love to cranberry sauce. We love that. Big thanks to Stacey Dales and Jane Slater. I wish I could have a glass of wine with both of you. I mean, if I had to pick two people in NFL media to have a glass of wine with today, I think I'm looking at them right here. Thank you both for always working so hard and on Thanksgiving. Oh, here comes Stacey. There she is. That's my girl. That's my girl, Stacey. All the love to you and Heather Dales, who knew Jane, your family, of course, so much to be grateful for, even though it has been a wild, tumultuous roller coaster year. Guys, we're not done. We always do 3 throwdowns. So thanks to Stacey and thanks to Jane. But let's do another one, shall we? One more throwdown. It is a throwback throwdown, per usual. Who owned Thanksgiving Day, guys? Randy Moss. you.